Hey guys, first off, I miss you. Second off, thank you so much for wanting to do this and taking some time out of your own crazy busy schedules to film some ADR for a show for live theater, which is crazy if you think about it, but whatever. And let's get that bread, shall we? What is ADR? ADR is automated dialogue replacement. It is pretty much audio only reshoots for a film, for our case, live theater, which does not happen ever. It's actually, I personally have only used it in short films and features. The goal of ADR is to repurpose the audio using the already filmed scenes as a reference. You take the already filmed action and re-record the dialogue in a more controlled environment. That was important. There is no film out there anymore that doesn't use automated dialogue replacement. So you can use not only in the future, if you were to ever film something like this is going to be also really helpful. Like if you ever wanted to branch out and do any like auditions for voiceovers, things like that. It's a very similar process. So the goal today is I'm just going to teach you how to do automated dialogue replacement at home. There are many reasons that ADR is needed. Pretty much anything, any reason that the original film, original takes, original whatever, something went wrong with the audio. So you're coming back in after you've already shot all those, and it's like reshoots, where you're just reshooting only the dialogue. Normally this would be taking place in a recording studio with a director, with the cast, maybe just yourself, but there's many reasons that that first shoot did not work. If you wanted to dub over either with a different language, or if you wanted to dub over and make it a family-friendly film, or there could be just like a wide shot where there's a conversation going on. I mean, good Lord, these feature films has so many moving wide shots that they're expecting a boom 50 feet away to pick up this dialogue from these actors. Like it's impossible. So you know what ADR is. Awesome. Now we are going to talk about the setup. The only things that you're going to need are your phone, where you can record it, a recording app. There are so many different recording apps that you could use, absolutely. You are not required to obviously buy anything, whatever. Feel free to just literally use your voice recording app already installed in your phone. If you have a special mic, either used for podcast, filming, whatever you need, feel free to use that. You do not need it. You can use just a little microphone in your phones. Another thing that you can use as like a mic situation is literally just some headphones, either the string one or the ear ones. If you have the long stringy one, just be careful with like playing with it and it making crinkly noises, whatever. Then you'll just need another device to show the video, right? That's the whole entire point, is we're going to be watching the video trying to recreate what we were already saying on stage. So you'll need something to be able to play off that. You will need something to dampen your voice. The idea is to dampen the sound as much as possible while keeping the recording consistent. Cool? So how we're going to do this is we're going to try to dampen our voices as much as possible. How to dampen your voice and like what that means. Pretty much when I say dampen your voice, we just don't want to hear the echoing off of all of the walls. So how do we dampen our voice? We need to start thinking about our voice when we throw our voice. It's like we're throwing a ball. If I throw a ball at a blank wall, then it's gonna bounce right back off and probably hit me in the head. If I were to throw a ball at something that would dampen it, like a blanket or clothes or foam, then it will soften the blow and it probably will not get nearly close to hitting me again. You can do this so many different ways. The first way is with foam. This can either be done with just putting up a few places right in front of your recording mic as well as in front of your face. Just don't be really close to a wall behind you. Another way to film, and this is my personal favorite, it's like creating a fort for your recording studio. Pretty much, you just, wherever you want to be, take a blanket and you put that over you and your entire workstation, including the microphone, including your video, every single device, all your sides, things like that. Everything just needs to be under that blanket. The only thing that I say will be important for this strategy is just going to be using a big enough blanket so it's not restricting you in any way and you can still be able to give that full character voice. Use like a duvet or a thick blanket, similar to just, I would even say something like this or thicker, but like not a sheet. The last way to do this is by going into a closet. I recommend using a walk-in closet just because you can close the door behind you and then you have a whole bunch of clothes on either side, making it dampening. Think of Only Murders in the Building. When they started their podcast, they are recording in the closet. Just make sure that you close that door behind you. And if you do have that door right behind you where it's just kind of a smaller type of closet, just hang up a blanket on any wall so that there's no bouncing off. Now we're going to talk about placement of your recording device, whatever you're going to be using. The placement of whatever your recording device is just needs to be consistent. Wherever we're putting that recording device, let's make sure that it's stationary so that you don't have to wrestle around to start recording every single time. Now, another thing is, wherever your recording device is, it needs to be 10 to 15 inches away from your mouth. Because we need consistency and we want it to sound as if every single person is in the same exact room. Because that's what we're going for. We're going for realistic. Now we're going to talk about the preparation. And this is going to be more talking about how I have it all set up for this specific project that we're working on right now. You can find all of the sides, the videos, everything in a Google Drive that I should have emailed you guys beforehand. Everything can be broken down into one Excel spreadsheet. In this spreadsheet, it's just going to break it down for you with the sides numbers and who is needed for every single one of those sides, as well as if there's any notes or anything that are applicable for that exact side. On like the script itself, every single side will have in bright red the numbers, so you cannot miss that. I also have annotated everything with a start and a stop. It's going to be really easy to read because you guys should be really used to already reading for cold reads, or if you're doing an audition, a self-tape, etc. It should be really easy to read. Now, something that you might not be so familiar with is the video that you're going to be recording off of. As you know, the goal is to be able to lip read pretty much and then just like reciprocate exactly what you're saying in the video. Every single video will start with just telling you what the side is, who is needed for it, and then there's going to be a countdown. 3, 2, 1. This gives you just a little bit more of a breathing room, as well as get ready for if you have any lines that start right away. I recommend watching the video like 3 to 4 times before you even record. Why it's really important to watch it multiple times is because in a lot of the scene transitions, you can't see your lips moving. You can't really see it. And that's when, honestly, the times when you can't see your lips moving, you have a lot more freedom with making it more relaxed and make it work. What I recommend doing is finding the closest part that you can recognize along with the script. When you can read the lips, when you can understand the structure of the scene, etc. It's gonna be frustrating and it's gonna be tedious and it's gonna be kind of annoying. But since we aren't trying to profit off this, since we're not sending this out to be a professional thing, since this is just solely for us, we do not need it to be perfect. I recommend like marking up your sides as well, making sure that you know what's going on. And then honestly, I recommend going line for line. Don't try to do it in one take. That is just gonna be so hard. It's not gonna be worth it. Just record your one line as long as it is still matching up with the pacing of the video. A very important thing, when you are recording your own lines, make sure that the audio on the video is off. There should be no sound coming from the video. The only sound should be coming from your voice that is being picked up on your recording device. If you do not see your lips moving and you are saying, okay, well, how in the world am I supposed to add this in here? And it's just not obvious for me. It's more of just like, I'm giving you the time stamp, and if you don't see your mouth moving at all, then just try to make it work inside that timestamp. Or make that work before you recognize where the lips are reading there. Does that, hopefully that makes sense. If it doesn't, please reach out to me. I am just a text away, a phone call away, whatever you need, I am a resource for you. When you are done with your voice recordings, just feel free to send that over either as a zip folder, if it's really large, and email that to me, or email me just the individual things, or go ahead and send that to me on Facebook Messenger. There's also a couple points that I'm asking for reactions. And those are like really awkward, I know, to do those when you don't have any other cast members and stuff, but trust me, the dorkier you sound, the better it's gonna be once I overlay everyone's voices on top of it. And last but not least, just make sure you're bringing that same energy that you brought to the performance, and we will be solid. I just wanna say thank you so much for indulging me, and I really can't wait to share this experience with you guys, because good Lord, I watched that show so many times now. And I still get goosebumps. It needs to be shared. And I want to share it with you guys. So we're one step closer. Let's get it.